What I want to illustrate with the $300 is that's the amount of Genesis crystals, right? You get from a $99 top up times 3. That's $300 is enough to guarantee you a character or a weapon, right? A 5-star of your choice. Well, there's a new banner. That's weird. I don't think it's an understatement to say that changes to how you can acquire characters in gacha games are potentially significant. But overall, I'd say if you want my generalized thoughts on this banner is mostly just a nothing change for Genshin. Well, anyways, I'm being too negative. Let's get into the gambling. I want to test out, I want to show how this banner works to you by spending my money. That way you don't have to throw your wishes away. I'll throw my resources away. So you don't have to. That's the goal here. This banner is not that valuable for me, by the way. I did a poll for it, and you guys, for some reason, decided that I have to wish on both for a weapon and for a character. I shouldn't have given you that choice. We'll see what happens. It's ultimately up to the Gamba system for what we wish today, because I am not spending more money that I already spent. I'm not spending more wishes than I spent on this. I want to say for Arlecchino, this banner does not actually give me anything meaningfully valuable, right? If we go to the details tab here, it says you can get a point towards, it's the same as like the weapon banner works, right? Where you have the epitomized pass system. Instead of requiring 2 points, you just require 1 point. So you lose a 50-50, go to pity again, you get another 5-star. So worst case scenario, it should take about 160 wishes, assuming that soft pity is the same, which I assume because most of these details, from what I can tell, the 0.6% says the 90. It's exactly the same phrasing as if you go on the details for this banner, 1.6. So I presume soft pity is exactly the same, wherein soft pity starts at 74 wishes. It doesn't start at 75, it starts at 74. If you select a character, it will only give you a character. If you select a weapon, it will only give you weapons for the 5 stars. With the 4-star section, there is no such thing for 4 stars. So if you select a weapon, there is not an increased chance of getting 4-star weapons. If you select characters, there's not an increased chance of getting 4-star characters. The chance to get 4-star characters or weapons are equal. Amber, Kaya, and Lisa. So Amber, Kaya, and Lisa are pseudo rate-ups in this banner. I would absolutely adore, most notably, I would really appreciate some Kaya constellations. There's no way to guarantee that, because it's even worse than, acquiring 4 stars on a normal limited banner. So I'm not going to count on that. But that does make this banner a bit more interesting. I've already rambled on. Point is, this banner is really relevant if you want to acquire Tignari's weapon, Dia's weapon, Eula's weapon, I guess, or you want to acquire one of these specific characters. So if you want to get, your first ever gene because you just never got one from a 50-50 loss, now you can purposely get a gene if you want one. Now, I'm going to do in this video what you definitely should not do. I am going to wish for a weapon, and then we're going to wish for a character, which means I could lose a 50-50 for a weapon and then lose a 50-50 for a character and get neither of what I want. To be clear, it won't be the end of the world. I've spent the money in this video just for this video. It would just be cool, hey, if I can get Dia's weapon for Dia, and it would be kind of cool to mess around with Eula. But if I don't get them, you know what? It'll be fine. But hopefully we win some 50-50s here. If I don't win some 50-50s, this is your fault for voting on the poll, okay? And then for 4 stars, we want Kaya. Confirm selection. All right, convert over my gems here. Thankfully, I did not actually have to spend $300 in this banner, technically, by the way, thanks to Paimon's Bargains. But I'll talk more about Paimon's Bargains in the video. So if you are insane like me and want to spend money for this banner, check out Paimon's Bargains. There will be a comment in the description, and I will talk more about it later. We are not using all 250 of my wishes today. We are using, hopefully, only 150. But I will at least get 2 5 stars in this video. Dia's weapon would be quite useful for me to, well, I shouldn't say quite useful. Useful is not the word I think that's appropriate for describing most weapons in this game. I'm going to click through the 4 stars because I really want to see like a Kaya, Lisa, Amber. And it's equal chance for weapons 4 stars and character 4 stars, as I think I mentioned before. And cool, that's what I needed. Yay! Yay! So yeah, this banner I think is not great. Oh, an early 5 star. All right, let's go. So okay. I didn't need a wolf's gravestone. On the upside, I didn't have a wolf's gravestone before. But Oh, Lisa constellation. All right, that's sweet. That's awesome. It's freaking cool. See, the fact that this is what makes this banner kind of interesting, right? The fact that that can happen. Okay, sweet. So, anyways, I didn't have a Wolf's Gravestone before. Did you just see the single frame where I might slow down the video? So what the heck? Anyways, wrong Claymore. So now the problem is like I can guarantee Dia's weapon, right? By going to pity again potentially, which means spending 75 more wishes, and means I might not have enough for a character. But hey, you guys wanted to see me wishing for a weapon and a character, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna be able to wish on a character, and I can get Dia's weapon. So you know what? I figure I may as well do that. I don't want to waste the fact that I got that early. I can tell you, I don't think Wolf's Gravestone is that good, but hey, it do match the Kave quite nicely, so maybe I will level it up. So let's continue. And now that we have the fate point right now, our next 5-star. Well, okay then. I think now is now is the point at which I should specify, I guess, that I have now gotten more 5 stars than you would expect. Like I have gotten an equivalent amount of 5 stars that you could spend $300. You could spend the same amount of money I did in this video, and what you might have gotten from it is what I already got from it. This was very lucky. Extraordinarily lucky, actually. Part of the purpose of making this video was supposed to be like, haha, here's how like you gamble and you don't get much from gambling, and then the game's like, oh, here's the thing immediately. So thanks, thanks game, I appreciate that. And notably, Dia also appreciates that. That was really lucky, but you're welcome, Dia. You deserve it. That demonstrated pretty well how this banner works, though. You get 2 5 stars, you lose a 50-50, you get a fate point, and your next one's guaranteed. There you go. That's how the banner works. And if I cancel the path, if I had any points here, like if I had canceled the path while I had the point from Wolf's Gravestone, then I would lose the point. You can't lose a 50-50 after you select your path and then switch to your character and then get your character, right? You can't change your mind. You have to commit. In the worst case scenario, you should have expected something like Dia's weapon to potentially take you 150 wishes, not like 25 or 30 like it took me. So anyways, I wasn't sure what character I wanted to wish for, but considering we got 2 claymores, I figure it makes sense to go for Eula, right? Klee is an interesting character too as well, but I think it'll be more fun if we lose a 50-50 to Klee rather than me specifically going for Klee. Same thing for Albedo. We're going to spend the remaining 120 wishes on this banner and see what we get. Realistically, if I get Eula, to be clear, it would make sense to stop, by the way. But because the gimmick of this video is that I'm going to spend $300, we're going to see what $300 gets me. So let's continue. I swear to God, if I get even more early 5 stars. What is happening? Well, now we are in the territory of this is the most absurd luck I've ever had. I gotta do Luke. I guess it's appropriate to match the Wolf's Gravestone. Do not expect...
Mika. Frontline.
This is my first Mika. Ew. This is the luckiest I have ever gotten as far as 5 stars. Well, okay, not lucky for 50-50 wins. It would have been luckier to get 50-50 wins, but... The luckiest, like 3 back-to-back early 5 stars. What the frick, man? Okay, so anyways, I really wish that would have been, a 50-50 loss to Klee or something, not your standard characters. That's a little bit unexciting, but it looks like I'm getting Eula, so that's cool. But yeah, definitely don't expect to get as lucky as I'm getting, because that's a bit silly, is what I would say. Somehow we didn't get another 5-star. I feel like I was expecting at that point, though. Anyways, don't ever expect early 5 stars, right? Plan around going to pity. And pity being presumably 74 is the start of soft pity for this banner, but apparently I'll never know that because it's impossible for me to go to pity. So that was your time, game. You're supposed to give me another early. But I don't need an early at this point, honestly. I need Kaya. I got Lisa Constellation's cool. Let me know in the comments. I know there's at least one viewer of mine that would love for me to build Lisa, but I would really appreciate a Lisa. Or no, Lisa would be fine, but I would really appreciate a Kaya. It would be nice. But anyways, this is, I think, 35-ish Bennett. I already have C6 Bennett. C6 Bennett, I think, is the best constellation in the game. I think you should activate it. I actually have no qualms with recommending that. Sucrose! I really appreciate Sucrose constellations, actually. What is... I'll go check what my Sucrose is at. Noel, what a blessed... I mean, I also have all the Noels, but all the 4 stars as well. Good lord. My Sucrose was not C6. I have a C5 Sucrose now. Let's go. C6 Sucrose is not the craziest deal in the world or anything, but hey, I'll take it. Would really like Kaya, though. I'm just gonna ask about Kaya now, because, like, we already know I'm getting Eula. It's not even interesting anymore. Just a question, do I get Eula early in? Probably not. I think I've gotten enough early. It's just funny. So, anyways. I've gotten way more than I expected for this banner. You should not expect to get the amount of things I've expected, or I've gotten. And you should not expect to get that many sack swords. I would like... I mean, I guess I can't complain with how many weapons I got, or 4 stars I got in the previous poll, but anyways, looks like I think the next, if I've kept track properly, I think the next 10 polls probably pity, and then we'll wish a little bit after that to finish up the stuff that I had for this video. To be clear, it makes more, once I get Eula, it absolutely makes more sense to save, like if you're in this situation where you wanted Eula and you wanted Gia's weapon, and you got, no, apparently not pity. I mistracked or something. If you got Eula and you got Gia's weapon, you should probably just, you know, save your wishes. Right? Don't wish on this banner. Hey, a Rosaria constellation. I'll take that. I don't know what constellation my Rosaria is at. Wrong cryo character, but hey, I like Rosaria. So anyways, sorry for being like weirdly preachy this video potentially, but like I want to emphasize that this banner is really not great. Hey, C4 Rosaria, that's actually nice for energy reduction. Anywho's, this I'm pretty sure has to be pity, right? Or not. If this is pity and that's just really unlucky, oh well. It do be how gotcha. Stop with the eyes of man. Okay, my 4-star luck has not been as I wanted. I got the Lisa. Like, getting the Lisa was really cool to see, and I've gotten nothing since then. Well, the Sucrose is kind of cool, I guess, but like, anyway, yeah, like, obviously, there's so much variance here with the 4 stars that you get. This is obviously guaranteed. It's kind of unexciting. There's so much variance with the 4 stars you get. Do not wish on this. Hey, there's Eula. She got pretty splash art.
Spindrift Knight. Just look at me. I'm infiltrating.
And this goes on a long time. I'm probably not going to include it in the video, but I like the new voice line feature, but anywho's, what was I saying? One interesting thing that can happen is if we got another 5-star in this poll, right after the guaranteed one, that would automatically give us another point. And this is one of the things that I think is a downside of this banner, right? If that had happened to be a double 5-star poll, then you would have gotten another 5-star. It could have been a 50-50 loss, right? It could have been a 50-50 loss to Klee or something, right? That'd be cool for getting a random free Klee, except it would give you a fate point that you can't use towards anyone other than Eula. I think it's a real bummer that they don't let you switch the path when you get a fate point. Like come on, Mahoyo. Just let people change their minds, like, because sometimes they'll change their minds based on what they acquired through the RNG. So I don't know, like, this banner is pretty low value. I've gotten very lucky, right? Like, I got 4 or 5 stars, so you know, Eula's an interesting character though. I plan to mess around with her a little bit, and hey, I've got two new weapon options for her. Both look really ugly on her. So anyways, let's finish up the wishes. We got 46 wishes left. That means we're spending 30 more polls. Confirm selection. There we go. So I would not advise continuing wishing past this point, past the point of getting the thing you want from this banner, right? Because what's going to happen now is we're probably not going to get a 5-star. Hey, another Rosaria constellation. Was that C5 Rosaria? Nice. That's her burst, I think. And Wine and Song, cool, I guess. The thing is, right, assuming we don't get another 5-star, hey, Razor, all that functionally, oh, I've never gotten this thing before, cool, I guess. All that functionally is going to happen here is that I have spent 30 wishes on this and got nothing out of it functionally, other than the 4 stars, right? Unless we get another early 5-star, which I'm not expecting. And that means, like, I can only use this pity that I'm throwing on this until the next time this banner shows up, right? And who knows when that is. They're not committing to they're not committing to running this banner like at set periods or anything. And we're on our last pull here, so that kind of just means, like, this banner if you wish on it, like I am right now, not going to another 5-star, this banner will have the 30 pity on it, but this banner might go away for 5 months or something, 6 months, who knows, right? It might show up in the future 6 months from now, but a Liyue edition of the banner with a bunch of Liyue characters on it instead of a whole bunch of Mondstadt characters. So it's like good that like the pity I'm like putting on this right now is not technically useless for the future, but like it really, my point is you should really just like only wish on this if there's a specific thing you want from it, and only wish on it if you have enough to get the specific thing you want from it, right? And then you get the thing and then stop. Do not expect to get early. Do not expect to get it as lucky as I have. I really wish I got a Kaya Constellation. This is like the 800th Bennett I've gotten. Yeah, 2 free wishes. Let's go. That's how it's ending. I mean, look, it started really, really lucky and really hype, and then it went to like normalcy, which is fine. So yeah, now I've got 30 pity on here that does literally nothing for me until the point at which I wish on this banner again, and that's fine. Like I got really lucky. I was lucky. I somehow got both of the things I was wanting, right? I got Dia's weapon and I got Eula, and I don't know. Let me know if you have any particular ideas you want to see me use Eula for in particular. Dia's weapon I will just probably use on Dia or Eula. Dia's weapon is a good general stat stick weapon. Oh, and if you're wondering why I didn't go for Tignari's weapons, because I already have it. I'm a lucky butthole, and I got this single 10-pull way back when Tignari had his banner. The 3 back-to-back 5-stars was some of the most absurd luck I think I've ever had in this game. The 50 of 50 losses were a bit oof. As normal, if you get lucky, you can get more things from gambling. Wow. But you should really only wish on this if you have something or a weapon or a character that you specifically want, and you have enough wishes to guarantee it by the time the banner ends. And notably, this banner ends annoyingly at the same time. It's in the first half of version 4.5, right? So if you don't have enough to guarantee by the end of this patch, I wouldn't recommend wishing on it. Hey, at least it's a way to get Tignari's weapon, Dia's weapon, Eula, Albedo, and Klee when they otherwise might have not had a rerun, right? So it's more potential access for characters, which is a good thing. It still kind of, to me, comes off as a, they're just going to throw all the undesirable characters on it, right? But hey, I think it's not the worst thing in the world, and it has potential to be even better in the future. As it is right now, it's relatively low value, but this is the way to get the things that are running right now. And the fact that you can get 4 stars, especially like the standard banner constellations like I got, is really cool, genuinely. The fact that I'm at 1 Lisa constellation away from her C2 makes it far more likely that I might actually try to get her, but I don't know when she shows up in the shop next. I guess thank you to the 4,000 people that voted to wish on both parts of this banner, because you somehow gave me the best of both worlds outcome. Chat knew I'd be lucky. Wow, this character has fantastic animations, by the way. No, I think she is the only 5-star character that they made intended to be physical, and that makes her interesting. But also, I think Plunge Eula is just going to be better than doing like Eula's normal attack combos, realistically. So I'm probably going to do Plunge Eula instead of actually speccing into her burst. Anyway, so I don't know. Let me know if you want to see a Eula video. I figure I may as well level her up and try something with her. Only downside is I'm very low on resources. I only have 3.7 million more. and now I have not 1 but 2 5-star claymores to level. I'm probably not going to level Wolf's Gravestone immediately, but I'll level this thing up and then level Eula up, and then I'm going to have no resources for when Arlecchino comes. Yay, I love being poor. But you know how you cannot be poor? Paimon's Bargains is pretty simple. They're basically just a service, they're a middleman service where you can essentially pay them a different currency. They charge MYR. For me, it's about $80 USD converted when you convert this 380 MYR over. Eula, can you shut up? I'm trying to do a sponsor read. Point being, if you're going to spend money in Genshin, you can use Paimon's Bargains to actually save you a little bit of money. As an example, if I had done the 3 6480 packs through Paimon's Bargains, as if like they hadn't sponsored one of them for this video, it would have cost me $240 US compared to $300 if I bought it directly in game. If you're doing any significant amount of wishing, Paimon's Bargains can save you a pretty penny. All they need is your UID to place the orders. There is one meaningful downside, I would say, and that's that it's going to take some time for them to process your order. For the 3 times that I have used Paimon's Bargains, they took about 2 days to process my order before I actually got the Genesis crystals. If you want instant dopamine for whaling, this service is not for you. But if you're planning to spend anyways, you may as well save a little bit of money, is my general opinion of a service like this. I think what they're doing is pretty cool. The link to join the server will be in the pinned comments and the description if you are interested. And thank you again to Paimon's Bargains for sponsoring one of the topics of this video. I did have to pay for the other 2 myself. It's fine. I got lucky. It's fine. Anywho's, I suppose I'm off to go farm for this weapon and Eulah's boss. Oh my god, I have so many of these. Why do I have so many of these? I'm not going to have to farm anything for this weapon. Yay. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you wish on this banner, and hopefully, I hope you get as lucky as I do if you wish on this banner. But again, I advise only wish on this banner if you know you can guarantee it what you want from it during the duration. Otherwise, it might very well be that you just threw a lot of wishes in the trash, and I don't want that to happen to you, right? So don't assume you'll get as lucky as I did. Be smart with your gambling, and the gambling feels more fun, is my general experience.